Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? All right. I hope you are having a good day today. What's today? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. So a couple things that I wanted to get on here and just kind of talk to you about. Of course, the election is coming up in a couple of days. And you guys know I've been saying, listen, it is time to basically vote yourself president. After you have voted, vote yourself president so that way, regardless of what happens, you've already set yourself up to say, I'm going to win. One thing I want everybody to realize is that Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden will leave that office and still be very well. Okay. So you need to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position to do the same thing. Hey, Luke, what's up, brother? Okay, wait, I can't hear you. Are you on your phone or computer? Computer? Okay. Try your volume. And let's see. Hey, Angela. Hey, Amy. Hey, Auntie. Okay, Luke, you there? Let's see. I think I can hear you. You may have to, if you are on, so you're not on a phone, maybe get off and come back on. Because sometime, okay. All right, cool. So anyway, we've been kind of talking about, hey, Dr. China, what's up, beautiful? Hey, Elizabeth. But we've just kind of been talking about, everything that's going on financially. And I don't want anybody to be deceived right now. Because one thing about it, if you get caught up in your feelings don't pay. They do not profit. And so the best thing that you can do right now is really educate yourself. Hey, Luke, let's see if we can hear you now, brother. Talk on it. That is so weird. And we really need to hear from Luke this morning. He was giving some serious tea this morning. My auntie told me on Bloomberg. I want all of that. What was that? Okay. Try to talk now, Luke. That's real strange. He may have to select the option to share the audio on his computer. Well, his audio is not muted, John, but thanks. His audio is not muted. And I'm sure it's not muted on his end. It's not muted on my end. Let's see. Okay, he's trying another part of that penthouse. I don't even know if it's Wi-Fi though. Maybe he can hop. I don't know what you're trying to say, China. Oh, on his phone. Yeah, we may have to try you on your phone. If you do it from your phone, hit do not disturb, because when people call you, it totally knocks you off of the volume. Yeah, we may have to try that because the computer, I don't hear anything. Okay, he's going to try putting in the headphones. Let's see if that helps us at all. Okay. People are so kind, giving suggestions. Someone said maybe he should make sure the right speakers are selected. Yeah, he's going to try the headphones right now. Let's see if that's going to happen. When are you going to approve my friend requests? Girl, I need to look and see. I need to get on there and do it. I got to get caught up. Hi, Nikita. Good morning. This is my landscaper. He keeps calling. Sheesh. Hi, Jason. I'm on a live. Can you text me? I'm on a live Facebook Live, okay? Just text me, okay? Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. All right, let's see. Hey.
Is it better like this?
Yes. Yes. Woo! We did it. Okay, adjust your camera a little bit where we can see your face.
Did we get it?
Yeah, we got it. I hear you. Can you hear me? Just adjust your screen so we can see your whole face.
Yeah, it's a little bit staticky. One second.
Because you sound good on my
let me go out, come back in really quick.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. Got some great information. So yeah, I hope that you guys have been getting in on all the tea and all the education that's been coming. A lot of people are benefiting from it for sure. Hey, Luke, any better? Luke, any better? Can you hear me?
Yes, it should be good.
I hear you good. I hear you good.
It's staticky now.
That part. Because you sound good to me. Okay, so Luke. You may have to play around with this. Luke, Goldcup. Luke, Goldcup, Longmire. I don't know, I just felt like being silly. Anyway. All right. So, okay, he's going to go off, come back on. Let's see if he can get it. While he's doing that, I do want to say, guys, you know, one of the things that were really, really pertinent in the civil rights movement was education. For so long, we could not educate ourselves. Right now is the time where we really need to be educating ourselves. Like we need to be in turbo charge education right now. Hey, Luke, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is he on his phone? I don't know.
Yeah.
You still can't hear me?
I'm trying to. I don't know why this isn't working.
I know.
Zoom works well. Everything works well.
I know, right? And I can hear you good now. So I'm going to text Luke and just tell him I want him to talk about what's going on. Because
my Wi-Fi is perfect.
I'm going to have him talk about what's going on in Bloomberg.
Oh my.
Okay, we just lost him. All right, I just wanted him to kind of talk about what's going on in Bloomberg. Guys, this is going to be worth it for sure. Yeah, I told him to try his phone. That may be where he was just now. I'm not sure. But anyway, there are a lot of really exciting things happening right now in the markets. And my whole thing is I want to make sure that our community, the people that we love understand what's going on and how important education is. Here's the reality. If you are not studying money, you probably won't master it. And that's just like with anything. So that's not really like any real deep revelation. If you don't study the heart, you probably won't master how the heart works, right? You won't make a good cardiologist. So anything that you want to become proficient in, you can hear me?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay, awesome. So thank you, Luke, for jumping on here. I told you this yesterday. I called Luke yesterday. I will be forever grateful for Luke. He put me on some serious wealth game that is, it's a game changer. It just changed my entire life. The legacy, the children, the whole situation. I've already implemented it. And it's great. And so Kathy, China, a lot of people, we're going to help a lot of people, Luke, with the revelation and the strategies and the partnerships that we have. And really that's the key to being successful in life. You got to have the right relationships. You got to have the right partnerships. You got to be with people that help you think further, that help you think better, that help you go to the next level. There's no one person that has all the answers. I don't care how smart we are. Luke is a genius, but he still needs Kathy, and Kathy still needs China, and China still needs Kim, and Kim still needs Dale, and Dale still needs Manny. I mean, listen, we're all in this thing together. And so when you get with thought leaders that are very much about the future of their life and future and wanting to help humanity, those are the kinds of people that you're going to have to be with. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself. So Luke, I want to let you loose. You came on this morning, you shared some tea about what was going on in Bloomberg, share videos, all of that, because all you got to do is hit share screen, and then I'll come on and show you. So just let us loose on what's going on in the markets. I want people to know that are not trading with us. I want you to know when this live ends, that you need to immediately get back with the person that invited you and immediately get signed up and immediately start getting the education, because the world is changing and there's no reason for anybody to be living check to check. There's no reason for anybody to be struggling in 2020. If you are struggling, it's because you lack a revelation and maybe the right relationships. But this live today, Courtney, you are on here today because I believe God has a greater plan, but you're going to have to take the wheels and make the decision. So Luke, bring us up to speed. What's happening in the market? What's the tea? What's going on in Bloomberg? I want you to bring all of that.
Awesome. Well, first off, thank you for, having me on here, Jewel. Thank you so much, and everybody that's tuning in, whether, you're from here in the United States or Europe or Australia, wherever, and just grateful for, you tuning in. And, it was a pretty good morning session. I go on little tangents here and there. And I'm very passionate about what I do, and I have some sort of higher up information or knowledge. So it's I view it as my responsibility to share with other people, to empower and educate that, just like Jewel said, I don't want to say you shouldn't, but you don't need to be working paycheck to paycheck when there's resources, when there's platforms out there to really, take your life by the horns and change it, because you are a creator. You're a human being. You're the highest form of creation, right? So when you understand that concept, it's like, okay, cool. I can now take responsibility in what I'm doing now to make change, right? And, kind of specifically with what's going on in the market, what's going on in the economy and so forth, let's rewind 6 months, or 7, 8 months, whatever that was in February, and I'm not going to get on here and talk about, was it planned? Was it not? Is it real? It's not. I'm going to talk about factual stuff. And reality is that we had a up and coming business, in the government and the economy. And next thing you know, like, you have all these bigger players shut you down. And what I do know is the higher economy and people want to suppress the average person like you and I. Because the thing is, if we're all entrepreneurs, follow me here, if we're all entrepreneurs, we're all businessmen, businesswomen, right? Then who's going to work the job? Who's going to make the big man, the big woman on top? They're residual. We are. So how do they make us? I call it modern day slavery, where if we are all taught entrepreneurship, if we're all taught to be our own boss and go thrive, well, no one's going to build in their dreams. So it's like you gotta limit their subconsciously. You gotta limit their vibration frequency to a lower level, so you can't have those creative thoughts. You can't have those bigger thoughts. And then specifically talking about what went on in February, think about it. We have all these small businesses. Think about it, small businesses. Right. They didn't have enough money 90 days to survive off their own capital. So if you shut down a business for 30, 60, 90 days, that business is going to go bankrupt. Right. And if all the small businesses go bankrupt, guess what? Then all the monopolies, the Walmarts, not Kmart, but Walmart, the Amazon, all the big players are making all the money. So it's going to push out all the small players, right? What happened to the American dream? What happened to the mom and pop shops, and so forth? And that's not right, because people come to America, people come to to this place to have freedom and so forth. But here it's like a job. A job isn't even guaranteed anymore, right? College, I'm not here to down college, but just uplift opportunity, right? I'm helping my mom with her master's degree from 1999. And I'm not saying you don't like you're like college isn't bad. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you want true entrepreneurship, if you want more than a job, you got to get with Jewel, you got to get with China, you got to get with people that have what you want in order to get the results that you want. All right. And think about it. Like right here is a job. You're paid minimum wage, $10-20 an hour. And I'll use the same example. My wife and I went to some, raw juice smoothie place, and we got these acai smoothie shake with a protein in it, right? And it was $20, $20 for 2 smoothies and a muffin or whatever was $20. That is the average person's per hour wage. So it's like, yo, think about that. 2 smoothies and a muffin for $20. Is an hour worth of your time worth more than that? I would hope that it is, right? Because like you're a creator. You could go out and build buildings, create a ship, I don't know, whatever. But you're not meant to work that hourly job. You're not meant to, oh man, we got 5 hours left, 4 hours left, 3 hours left. Ooh, my job's done for the day. No, you call that a life? That is not a life. That is existing. That is not thriving. That is strictly existing. So here, where we have a platform to teach people how to make money with their money instead of work with it, it's like this is a whole game changer, right? Where you can literally have your money work for you because the economy is set up for you to work a job. They teach that from 5 years old. Go to school, get good grades, right? Go to college, get good grades, get a good job, and what? Work 40 hours a week for 40 years? Call that a life? No, and that's why. Or like, especially with not even my age, I'm 30. So even the younger generation, the 18 to 22, I would say 18 to 40, right? We have a big responsibility to change what was implemented before, that we can really teach social media marketing, e-commerce. We just launched e-commerce. So now we're teaching people how to use Shopify to create an online store instead of a brick and mortar. I'm not saying brick and mortars are going to completely go out of business, but if you look in the past 6 months, it has completely changed the whole game. Everybody, like my wife, she's like, why would anybody go to the grocery store to go grocery shopping? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I just had the groceries sent up to my door. I'm like, or our door. I'm like, wow, technology. Like someone's going to go get on an app. My wife got on an app. Think about this. My wife got on an app. She ordered whatever, $100, $200 worth of groceries, right? 2 hours later, right, it shows up at her door. So think about that one simple concept of not going to the grocery store. Think about all this self-checkouts. Like I'm not even talking about Forex or the opportunity. I'm talking about the spectrum first, right? The self-checkouts, right? The self-checkouts. Go ahead. The self-checkouts, right? Like you're getting paid $8, $10, $12 an hour. Cool. Now your job is replaced. What are you going to do? You really think the CEO cares about you and your job? No, they're saving money. They're saving $30,000, $40,000 a year on you. They don't care about you and your family and what you're doing. They care about them saving money. In business sense, it makes sense to not pay you. Well, and like, showing integrity and love and compassion, empathy, no. But business isn't about that. Business is about making money. So do you think they care about the average person, that they're going to get rid of your job? No. With like automation, your job's out. And that's just one job at Walmart. Think about it, the self-checkout at, whatever, the cashier here, there, wherever. And think about it, this is 6 months, just 6 months into this. What's going to happen when there's no Uber drivers? When cars are driving themselves, right? Tesla already does it. Imagine Uber going out of business. Not Tesla, but Airbnbs have already pushed out a lot of hotels. So you got to take advantage of this now. Think of like you as a pioneer. Like what's going to happen? This is 6 months. Imagine 6 years. Like there's going to be people that are going to the moon instead of going to Rome, Italy, or Greece, or Australia for vacation. They're going to go to the moon. Life and history. I want you to really understand this. History is happening now, right smack now. And if you don't adapt, you don't use your and a job's not bad. If you have a job right now, use that to fulfill and launch your entrepreneurship. Use that to facilitate and fund your entrepreneurship. A job's not bad. Don't feel like, oh, I have a job, I'm a bad person. No, but use that as a stepping stone to get to the next level. If you want to learn Shopify, maybe you get with Jewel and start learning Shopify, using that job as a base for your income. And now you're learning a skill set to take off. And when that time comes, you leave your job. So use that job to fund your entrepreneurship, but like, don't be naive. Don't be, I don't want to use the word ignorant, but like life and the future is going to pass you up. Like it is. Think about all the people that thought the internet was going to be a bubble. Like boom, right? Look at all the people that said Bitcoin was going to be a bubble. Now PayPal is adopting it. Robinhood is adopting it. Banks are adopting the technology behind Bitcoin. You think Bitcoin is going to burst? And it might in 10, 15, 20 years. But all those people that watch Bitcoin go from 700 a coin, 1,000 a coin, $5,000, now it's almost at like 13, 12,000. So you got to get out there. You got to like get out of that procrastination of I'm going to do it tomorrow. The best time to do anything is now. Like I'm going to the gym right after this. Boom, I got meetings later today. I'm taking action every single day towards my goals. But first it starts with awareness. And here right now, you are not ignorant now. Right? You are listening to this information. You are not ignorant now. Now you have the power to make change. Now it's up to you. You can't put it on other circumstances. Jewel, China put you on game. I put you on game. Now you have the power to change that situation, right? So understand these concepts now, and now it's up to you. The ball's in your court. Whether you want to thrive, whether you want to survive, maybe you want to think about it. Well, you're going to think your life away. Whether you're just thinking, you have to take action, all right? You have to take action. You want me to go? What do you want me to go over?
Okay, that was just a whole situation right there. And it's so true. You know, I think that traditional, we heard things growing up like take time to think, and you do need to do that. But you're right. You can think your whole life away, end up becoming a professional procrastinator, a professional stagnator, no real movement or growth in your life just because of your thinking paradigm. And this kind of education is so key because, Luke, it helps us to, my sister said this yesterday as she was listening to something. I had Curtis Cobain on here. We were talking about crypto, how people played around with the internet. Like, is that real? Is that real? You know, poking at it. Facebook. Ooh, wait, hold on. And it's like, we can't keep poking around at Forex and crypto and binary options and just allow a whole wealth, phase to go. When you see guys like, philanthropists and billionaires like Paul Tudor and George Ball saying, I'm in, this is where we got to pay attention. Talk about a little bit what happened with Bloomberg this morning.
Yeah. So, and I'll share my screen actually too. Yeah. Or bring it back to you guys. So Bloomberg went on here. And I'll see if the article, here we go. So share screen. How do I do the share screen? There we go. All right, do you see the Bloomberg?
Okay, so you click on share screen at the bottom. My auntie was on your call this morning. She loved it. She said, ask him, can he show the Bloomberg news updates too?
This is sharing screen easiest with two monitors. Boom, boom, boom. Application. All right, boom, select. All right, you should be good now?
Yeah, I see it.
Perfect.
Screen, perfect. Yep.
All right. So right here we have this big headline. The U.S. economy expands at record 33% pace after COVID plunge, right? So what they're basically saying is the growth of the company, right? But what's crazy is this little sub piece right here is U.S. job jobless claims declined more than the forecast in last week. So basically, it's counter information, right? It's saying like it's doing really well, but if you look over here, and I don't know if I can go switch from chart to chart. You see Trading View right now or blank screen?
No, but see if you can open it. Maybe if you open it.
Okay, so I think I have to reshare. Well, let me just cover this right here on Bloomberg, and I'll get into the charts here in a second. But what we see here, all through here, is uncertainty in the market, and essentially what they want, kind of what I was talking about at the beginning, is all these job claims are either going up or going down. And why is that important? Right here, as we see the U.S. jobless claims decline more than forecast last week. So they thought they would be more, but it was still a little bit less. But if you get into here, into the actual breakdown of everything, right? Economics costs called for 700, basically 800,000 initial claims, right? So you're talking about 7+ million people, right? Well, that are either going jobless or have been jobless or so forth. So if you think about that, so stay with me here, right? So we'll just say 8 million, make it simple. 8 million people are jobless. They've been furloughed or whatever. So think about this, the spiral and the effect of this, the ripple effect. So if 8 million people are jobless and there's no money being sent to them for, relief, for bills, stimulus package, whatever, right? So if you think about you, all right, so I'll use me as an example. Say I have a job, I'm making, $100,000 a year, whatever, and I have a nice little mortgage, a car, a family, and all this, right? And next thing you know, I get furloughed. I'm making $100,000 a year, and I get furloughed, all right, or let off, or my job goes away, right? Well, how am I supposed to pay? Right, follow me. Or how am I supposed to pay my rent? Well, rent, right? They exempted it. They made little precautions or whatever, so it was okay for me not to pay my rent. Okay, well, I'm good, but guess what? The house tenant, the person that owns the building, the real estate people, right? What if they don't get paid? All right. What if they don't get paid? Right. Check this out. All right. So if I'm not paying my rent, well, we'll just say I'm paying $1,000 a mortgage, $2,000 a month in mortgage, whatever that number is, right? I'm not paying it. And you times that by 100 more people for the apartment building or the condo building or whatever, right? Guess what? What if those people bought those apartments or condos on a loan from the bank? All right. This is where it gets really not funny, but it's kind of funny, but kind of sad, right? So if I'm not getting paid, all right, let's follow me here. I'm not getting paid because I got, furloughed or whatever. I'm not paying my rent. The rent isn't getting paid to the owner. The owner took out a loan because he only wanted to put 20% down. He wanted to use the bank's money to buy it, right? So now the bank's not getting paid. Well, if the bank's not getting paid, what are they going to do? They're going to drive interest up. They're going to either tax more or they're going to or grab their thing back because they're not getting paid. So it's a ripple effect over and over and over. And one step further, without going down the rabbit hole, right? The government is loaned money. I want you to understand this concept, and I'll tie this all together really quick. Right? Is the government loans the banks money. So the Federal Reserve prints money. This is crazy, right? So the government prints, not the government, but you got to understand not the IRS, but the central bank, right? You have the central bank, and then you have the government, the United States government, which is totally two separate entities. So what happens is when the stimulus bill, where's all the millions and trillions of dollars coming from? Think about this. Where did that $2 trillion come from? It didn't come from the government. The government's in debt, like trillions in debt. Where it came from was the Federal Reserve. So the Federal Reserve prints money for 12 cents. It costs 12 cents to make a $100 bill. So they print money, then they loan it to the government, which is the banks, institutions. And then from the banks and institutions, they loan it to us for interest rate. Where do you think the government's going to pay that interest rate? Because when the Federal Reserve loaned it to the banks and institutions, they taxed them at a 25% interest rate. Do you think the government, the banks are going to pay the interest? No, they're already in debt. Where does that money come from? Where does the interest come from? Well, it's this thing called taxes. It's this thing called, interest from the banks. That 23% interest on your credit card. Some of that tax money that you pay that is going to your streets and your nice buildings in your city. They might say that, but it just doesn't match up. And then you take that whole concept, which I just explained, and apply it to here, like in Bloomberg, where it's talking about jobs are going down, right? That's not good. That's not good at all, right? And whether it recovers or not, that's down the future. But this is what the whole stigma of what's not going so right, and tying all together about, the Federal Reserve and this, it comes back to small businesses, comes back to jobs. And the jobs are only going to be there, right, until either A, they're done with you, or B, there's no more need for you, right? So just like I talked about all that.
Luke, this is all amazing. And I want you guys to know this is the kind of education that you need to be getting on a daily basis. And sometimes people say, well, how long do I need to be apart? I'm like, honey, as long as the earth remains, because things are going to continue to happen. Things are going to continue to change. And you need to understand it. See, here's the thing. It's hard to become wealthy if you don't master money. How do you master money? By studying it. And all these things work together. All these global components work together. They have impact. One thing impacts another. Like he said, I have, and I'm starting to wonder, and I'm thinking unemployment's running out, because this morning I get a call, yesterday, about a house, they breaking into one of my rental properties and taking the water heater and the furnace. Then, honest to God, this morning, right after I prayed with that crew, they said, oh my gosh, they just hit another property. And so I said, but here's what's happening. When unemployment runs out, unemployment runs out, they done went through the little PPT, they done went through the little small business stimulus checks because they were sitting on their laurels, watching Netflix. Not everybody, but not going out and creating. So what's happening is people are either going to be rich or poor. The middle class, this is who this impacts the most. So that's why for people like myself and Luke and, a lot of you that are on here, we're on our banner saying, listen, while you voting, you better vote yourself president, and you better vote yourself to start educating yourself so that you realize how all these things work together, and you can find yourself being at an advantage, right? Because there's going to be the advantage and the disadvantage. If you stay disadvantaged, it's just because you want to. Because everybody can take responsibility for their lives and say, okay, let me start getting on Luke's sessions. Let me start getting on Kathy's sessions. Let me start getting on this Lee Allen's session. I don't care whose session you get on. You better get on somebody's session.
Talk to them.
And maybe a little bit of all of them, because I learned from all you guys, because I'm responsible. You guys are going to be responsible for taking care of some of these communities, taking care of some of these cities, taking care of, some of these high schools and middle schools and colleges and universities. You're not going to just become wealthy just so you can live in a mansion or a penthouse. Praise the Lord. I want you to have all of that. But there also comes a time where it's like, okay, no, I got to take responsibility. So Luke, give us, when they sign up, because they're going to have access to amazing educators like yourself. When they sign up, you guys give them the entry, the take profit, the stop loss. You're going to know exactly when to enter the market, exactly when to exit the market. You're going to know all of that.
Yeah, so let me actually show you really quick.
Yes, Luke, show us, brother.
1 second. Yeah, so just go ahead.
I said, take us to the bank.
So just like Jewel said, what we're going to do is give you exactly the parameters on when to enter and when to exit. So I'm going to share my screen again. Share screen. Let's do this one. Boom, boom. All right. So this is actually the website version. You can download the iPhone, download this from your Android or iPhone. That's called Goldcup 2.0 version. But essentially all you're going to be doing when you get these trades alerts. So step one is you get the alert. There's no action, no work needed. You don't do anything. You just get the alert just like a text message. So once you get the alert, right, you're going to log into your app. You're on your iPhone or Android, or this is the website version. So right here, this is an example of a trade from when was it? Yesterday. So right here, this is a GBP CAD. That's not too important. What I want you to focus on is all you're going to do is type in these numbers. And if you're brand new, this won't make as much sense. You're like, what do the numbers mean? What is it 1.709? You don't really need to know that until like that's in like the very beginning of the education. But I want you to understand that this concept here is all you're doing is copying and pasting these numbers. So right here, you would select the Great Britain pound versus the Canadian dollar. You would type in the entry level, and the TP is just an exit level, more or less, right? It's where you would take your money out of the market. And so what we do is we send you these trades. So this is the New Zealand dollar versus the CAD dollar, right? And we'll have more, depending on which day and all that. So right here, if you see right here, our entry was right here, right? Our entry was right here. It hit the entry, hit TP1, hit TP2, hit TP3. And once again, TP is just, it means to take profit. But essentially what that means is when you take your money out the market, if you're brand new, or whatever. So what I want you to understand is you don't need trading experience. You don't need to know how to trade to use this. All you need to know how to do is copy and paste. So once you get the alert, right, for whichever platform, and there's a lot of education on this, all you're doing is copy and pasting. There's no experience needed, no anything needed. All you have to know is how to copy and paste. So we send out these trades daily. And so forth. So depending on which trade. So if you took my gold trade yesterday, it went up 70 movements. It's called a pip, but 70 movements. And then this is where the second portion. So this is just copy and paste. There's no experience needed, no trading knowledge needed, just copy and paste. The last thing I wanted to go over.
So really quickly, I want to stress this. Yeah. So for those of you guys who are like, I'm so busy. First of all, you should never be too busy to become wealthy, because this is not a little bit of money we're talking about. We're talking about living your dream mansion, drive your dream cars, housekeepers, cooks, and drivers, and help you to preserve your youth so you're not so tired all the time. But so you need to take this time. So go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, tap into that just even one step more. I'm very business oriented. Like I came from, I used to run gyms for a living. I was a 6-figure earner in corporate America, all that. And when I came to this company, I was like, man, there's people like me that were working 70 hours a week that, truly either I did love what I did at to a certain point. Then I realized time freedom was more important. But I really liked my job. I was helping people lose weight, build muscle. So I just I joined this platform to make more money, not quit my job, right? That changed over time drastically. Right. But when I came into this, I didn't know what I didn't know. So I was like, man, there's people out there that quote unquote, don't have time to learn. It's all about a priority, but insert whatever excuse. You got 3 kids, 3 jobs, 3 degrees. You're going to college, whatever. You're just busy. So what this platform does, I'm hitting this, in a different angle, like Jewel said, is you don't need time. All you need to do is copy and paste. If you can look at your phone, check a text message from someone and copy that same text message into another person, right? Literally, I'm texting Jewel. I'm taking what Jewel texts me and I'm sending it to China, right? If I can take that 30 seconds to do that, you can do this. So there is no experience needed. You don't need to have time. I do encourage you to learn this skill, but this is the whole point of this app, is for people that don't, quote unquote, don't have time, or B, want to earn while they learn. So while you're taking notes, while you're learning, this product, Goldcup, is here to make you money while you learn, and also so you don't have to learn, quote unquote. All right, and now I'm going to stop sharing and then reshare this other slide. One second.
So guys, while he's doing that, go ahead and tell yourself that this is going to be the best holiday of my life. I'm going to get started. You're just going to pay one time $324 and then $274 every month, but we'll help you get 3 customers, so your monthly fee is waived. Okay? Your monthly fee should be waived.
And then so right here, this is where the breakthroughs come from. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I teach at 8 a.m. Eastern, sometimes like 9 or 9:30, just depending. But I'm on there at least an hour, if not maybe an hour and a half, sometimes even 2 hours, just teaching, educating, a lot more in depth with what I went over today, and then the charts, like the actual candlestick movement charts, you know, that side. But here, this is where the breakthroughs come from. And not only do I teach and coach and all that good stuff, but we trade live. So you actually hop on the session. I'm like, hey guys, we're going to buy now. So what do? You buy. Hey guys, we're going to sell now. So what do? You sell. And then Kim and Lana are a couple of my business partners. So at 8 a.m. Eastern, you have me, right? 8 a.m. to sometimes 9, sometimes 10, give or take. And then right after my session, Kim and Lana are doing 10 a.m. now, but 10 a.m. So basically from me, from 8 to 10, 8 to 9, and then again at 10 a.m. Eastern, this is all Eastern time, you get on with Kim and Lana. So once again, there's no promise and no guarantees, but you're going to make money on these sessions. You're going to learn hands-on and also make money hands-on. So yes, Goldcup's amazing. It's doing 80% accurate for, you know, almost 2 years now, but you want the breakthroughs, you want the aha moments, you want to master the skill, go live with Kim and I and Lano. Like it's very, the hard part is plugging in. Like we're doing it all for.
Yeah. We lost him. But that was great. That was so good. So guys, girls, again, I want to encourage you, go ahead, give the gift that keeps on giving. Like the holiday gift is the best gift that you could give anybody. Tell them to start learning how to multiply their money. So no matter how the election goes, no matter how that goes, you are in a position you can literally make money from your cell phone at home every single day. Every day you guys can make money from your cell phone every single day. And so Luke, real quick, just for some of the traders that are watching, are there any trades right now that you're like, ooh, I like?
No, not really right now. I'm looking at as we speak.
Like, wait.
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Maybe tonight around 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, not quite right now. I just went through the charts.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say thank you, Luke, for coming on here. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody, the guests, the team, we really appreciate it. This was most beneficial, most informational, tons and tons of wealth education. And everybody, guys, anybody that wants to be wealthy in America in 2020, no matter your race, your gender, your creed, your background, you can do it. It's a decision. From a little brown girl. You can do it. It doesn't matter what race you are. You can do it. You just have to make a decision and get the right partners and the right relationships so we all win together. So Luke, again, thank you so much for jumping on here today. I really appreciate you, brother. I will be in touch very, very soon. And you guys, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.